For this video we're going to show you cooking some tagliatelle with a really simple tomato sauce. So I've got some tagliatelle that we made earlier. This has been drying out in the fridge, which will just help to make it a little bit more al dente when we cook it. Rapidly boiling salted water on the stove, so we're going to go straight in with our pasta. Just shake it into the pan. Give it a quick stir when it's in there just to make sure all the strands are nice and separate. And that'll take about a minute or so to cook. So I'm just going to start warming my sauce up. Really simple tomato sauce. Onions, garlic, quite a lot of olive oil, cherry tomatoes, just all stewed together and then rubbed through a sieve. To go with this, we've got some oven-dried tomatoes or sun-dried tomatoes, a little bit of tomato concasse. That's just going to go straight into the pan. That just gives us a little bit of texture in there. Just going to stir that through, just to start this warming up. Pasta's going away nicely there. A little bit of fresh basil, which we're just going to chiffonade. Nice and fine. Sauce is hot there, and by about now this pasta will be cooked. Because it's fresh egg pasta, very short cooking time. I want to make sure it's al dente still, so I'm just gonna, it's got a nice bite to it still, and we're going to go straight from one pan into the other. You don't want to throw the pasta water away. A lot of the time when you're cooking pasta dishes, it's the water that's one of the most important ingredients. It's got a lot of the starch in there that's come out of the pasta, and that can help to thicken and bind your sauce. And this is just a really light dressing, so just gonna turn the heat right down now, stir that through, and you can see it's just very lightly coating the pasta. But the pasta is now starting to absorb some of that water. So I'm just going to add a couple of spoonfuls of my cooking water, a little splash of olive oil, good extra virgin olive oil, and then straight in with our basil. Just mix that through, just everything really nice and fresh, all at the last minute. Probably will want a touch of salt. And then just give this a taste, but don't just taste the sauce side of it, taste the actual pasta as well, and see how that's sort of taken on the flavours of the sauce. And try and just make sure we've got a bit of everything. Nice and fresh, some good acidity there from the tomatoes, into a nice warm bowl. Pasta straight in, and just mounding that up in the bowl. And that's our fresh egg tagliatelle with a simple tomato sauce, fresh basil.